What is the importance of our physical bodies for our purpose here on earth? How does God want us to use them? Why do we have them while we're here? And what are some important ways we can be thinking about them that will help us stay focused on His plan for us in spite of all the distractions around us in the world? Grab a pen and paper and let's get started. During our premortal existence, when Heavenly Father presented His plan to us, that we would have the chance to come here, to gain a body, to learn to be like Him, we shouted for joy. The option and ability to come here and gain the experience we need to become like Him. Such a wonderful gift. We know that a third of the hosts of heaven chose not to follow Heavenly Father's plan and chose to follow Satan's plan instead. They were not given the ability to have a body. Because of that, they do everything in their power to get us to harm our body, to get us to compare our body, to get us to neglect our body or become enemies with our body, treat it like something we despise and don't appreciate. Anything they can do to frustrate God's plan and frustrate our ability to become more like Him. I want to share this quote with you that Elder Bednar says. Because a physical body is so central to the Father's plan of happiness and our spiritual development, Lucifer seeks to frustrate our progression by tempting us to use our bodies improperly. One of the ultimate ironies of eternity is that the adversary, who is miserable precisely because he has no physical body, entices us to share in his misery through the improper use of our bodies. The very tool he does not have is thus the primary target of his attempts to lure us to spiritual destruction. Those are very powerful words by David A. Bednar. One of Satan's tactics is to get us to become so obsessed with how we look, how we present ourselves, how the world views us, that we forget that we're here to become. We're here to become like God. That is why we're here. That is why we've been given these wonderful gifts of our physical bodies. Don't you think it's funny that the selfie generation is really into this? You guys will have to give me a tutorial because I grew up in the 80s when there were no cell phones and then we're really bad at the ducky face, kissy lips thing. But my kids are excellent at it. You guys are so good at taking cute pictures of yourselves. That being said, with the world being so focused on how we look, it's so easy to get discouraged and compare ourselves when we don't fit in and we're looking to the world for our standard about what matters. Instead of focusing on all the amazing things that our bodies can do, God sent us here and gave us bodies that are perfect for what we are here to do. And what we look like really has nothing to do with it and doesn't matter at all in the eternal scheme of things. Michelle Craig said, Satan wants us to compare our looks, our skills, our talents, our bodies to other people and feel bad about our failings. If we listen, we may never realize the great inner beauty that God has granted to each of us. Each one of us is a child of God with unlimited potential, waiting to be developed and an inner beauty to be trusted and revealed. As we exercise faith in God and live as disciples of Jesus Christ, His Son, we can live with confidence, find joy, and reach our eternal potential. We can use our bodies to bring so much light and goodness to the lives of those around us. I want you to take a moment here in a minute and pause the video. I'm going to put a question up for you to all write down and review and discuss. This is what I want you to think about. What are some things that you love about your body? It's so easy for us to find things we might be frustrated with, but there are wonderful things about each of us individually that we can love and appreciate about our bodies. And what are some things that you love that your body allows you to do? Go. Okay, I hope you had a great discussion and it helped you focus in on all the great things you should be doing with your bodies that really don't have anything to do with what your body looks like. Here's some things I've come up with. Bodies are great for playing soccer, for going swimming, for playing basketball, for playing the piano or the guitar, singing, hiking, doing service projects with friends, belly laughing with my kids when we've stayed up way too late at night, cooking, cuddling on the couch with my husband, secret handshakes, bearing my testimony, comforting a friend. There are so many things that my body can do to bring light into the world and to be a blessing. I want to share this closing quote here. With your body being such a vital part of God's eternal plan, it is little wonder that the Apostle Paul described it as a temple of God. Each time you look in the mirror, see your body as your temple. That truth, refreshed gratefully each day, can positively influence your decisions about how you will care for your body and how you will use it. That is a quote from our beloved prophet, Russell M. Nelson. So for the rest of this week, I want you to be thinking about all the wonderful things that your body allows you to do and make a goal to spend less time with the things that distract you, that don't matter and don't have anything to do with what makes your body so special. We'll see you next time for part 2. Thank you so much for joining me for this lesson today. You can find a link to all of the healthy sexuality lessons here, along with a link to parent guides. If you found this lesson helpful, please share it with others who it may be useful for. Then head over to the uncommonsensebooks.com website, where you can find my resource page, links to my books, and you can also sign up for my quarterly newsletter. I'll see you at the next one.